Oh, hello there. So, like I promised, in this video I am actually going to be answering some questions for my 200 subscriber Q&A, but now this is also for 250 because for some reason a few days ago my channel just blew up and now I'm at like 250 as of recording this right now, so thank you. I did not expect that so suddenly. So the first question I'm going to be answering is from Dolly Dreams. What do you struggle with the most when you were filming with dolls? When I was starting out, the biggest thing I struggled with was confidence. I felt kind of weird for like being a teenager and like using dolls to film with, but over the years I have like grown more confident to the point where I just don't care what other people think about it. Her next question is, what do you prefer, AGSMs or AGLVs? Which is easier for you? So AGLVs are like way easier for me because the average stop motion will like take me 10 hours to film. But I also prefer stop motions because I feel like it looks more realistic when the dolls are like moving on their own, but with like AGLVs you have to like move them yourself and like try not get fingers and other stuff in the shot. So Blue Skies AG asks, what is your aesthetic? I am not sure how to answer this, though I probably would describe myself as a little bit of like the art mom aesthetic, but I don't think that would suit me all that well. What is your dream doll? So I would probably say Nelly or Kanani. The problem is I now have both of those dolls, so I don't know. I think Emily is the next doll I want that I really, really like. Who is your favorite doll in your collection? So as of right now, I don't really have much of a favorite, though if I were to choose one, I probably would say like Cat or Ginger. I like their personalities, but I think they're also just like really pretty and photogenic dolls. New or used dolls? So I prefer used dolls, mainly because they're cheaper. New dolls just cost like a lot of money. That is also why that despite like 2 years of collecting, I've managed to acquire literally like 13 dolls. Next question is, how do you save up for new dolls? What I usually do is just like budget money. I'll like set money aside from like allowances or like other stuff and just try not to like spend all of it on like stupid things like candy. So one tip I also have is if you can't afford buying a new doll, maybe like you could learn how to fix up dolls so you can buy a used damaged one off of eBay and just fix it up yourself. So spicy or sweet? I would have to say sweet. What is your favorite movie? I'm not sure. I have a lot of movies I like, though maybe like Back to the Future is like one movie that I just absolutely love. What is your favorite band? I don't know. I don't have a favorite band. I just kind of listen and just whatever song sounds good. It's just my favorite song. What is your favorite bedroom in your dollhouse to set up? So my favorite room is actually one of the rooms that I currently have set up like over there right now. It's the basement set and I'm gonna put it on screen right now so all of you can see. I absolutely love this. It's just I try to go with like stereotypical like basement vibes with this room, kind of like a game room and a hangout room for all of the dolls, and it was like a lot of fun to make. So the AG World asks, what's your most favorite doll that AG has ever made? Those are some very strong words. I'm not sure if I have like a most favorite doll. I think one doll I really like that AG has out right now is McKenna, the doll from the World by Us line. I really love her face mold. I love that she's a doll of color. American Girl has definitely been lacking dolls of color. I love her braids. Those are so freaking cute. Would you rather get 5 new AG dolls or 50 new AG outfits? I don't know. I don't want any more dolls because I'm running out of space and right now all my dolls are just all over my room and I keep tripping over them. But I would totally like 50 new AG outfits. Which of your videos do you like the most? Probably my newest ones because they aren't bad. I absolutely do not like all of my old videos. Who is your favorite Mixie Pixie 7 character? So I think I'll have to go with Reed. He's just so mean to Aces sometimes, but he's also kind of cool. And also just how stupid he can be sometimes. So Aqua AG asks, if you could only have one doll, who would it be? I think Caroline. And even though she's like the annoying diva character in my videos, she would also be the doll I'd have because she was my first doll. Frosty Doll Noses Studios asks, how did you come up with your channel name? This is an interesting question, and when I was doing the Q&A, I kind of thought somebody would ask that. You see, when you have a tongue twister channel name like Blehzes Films, you know somebody's gonna ask. So it's a very complicated story. So basically, before this current account, I had like 2 other accounts. One account I shared with my brother, and it was called Blehzes. I'm gonna put the spelling up on the screen. It was an account we just shared for a little bit, and then I decided to create my own account because I just wanted my own channel. That was my second account. I didn't have a particular niche in mind when I was creating this account, so I didn't know what to name it. All the other names I thought of were like taken. So out of frustration, I just took a few letters off the word Blehzes and just made Blehzes. The name kind of stuck, and I got very attached to it over time. When did you discover AGTube? So I discovered AGTube December 14th, I believe, of 2019. Before making American Girl videos, I made Barbie videos. And they were like all live videos. Unfortunately, the dolls, I can actually show you. I do have a few of the dolls like right here that I used to film. Oh, Super Amy's over there. I can't grab her, but... So this is one of the dolls I used to film with. This is Karen. The problem with these dolls, I was very attached to them, but they are 1970s Barbies, which meant they were like falling apart. And I knew eventually I would have to like switch gears with sort of dolls I was using. At the same time, I was becoming less attached to the Barbie brand because I felt like the dolls themselves were just cheap. So I was just scrolling through YouTube one day, as you do, and I stumbled upon this video. I believe it was Micah's How Our Nights Go stop motion. So I watched it, and I was immediately in love with the video. I was like, how are these dolls moving by themselves? The movements were so realistic, the voices were so realistic as well, and they were so expressive, and her dolls had so many different personalities. Anyway, the next question is, what motivates you to film? A lot of things motivate me to film. The biggest thing though, I love watching other stop motion channels, especially like nostalgic stop motion channels for some reason. My favorites recently have been White Fox Stop Motion and Basil Mentos. Another channel that isn't really a stop motion channel that has made me very inspired is X Molly Girl X. So Now and Forever AG asks, do you prefer clothes from American Girl, handmade, or off-brand? So I personally prefer American Girl branded clothes, mainly because a lot of the off-brand clothes don't fit my dolls. I do like handmade clothes as well. I'm terrible at sewing, so I usually am not the one that's sewing the clothes, but I do buy a lot of stuff from Etsy. So our next question is favorite AGTubers from way back when? As I kind of said before, I like Basil Mentos, I like White Fox Stop Motion. Even though I didn't really watch their videos when I was a kid because I wasn't really introduced to AGTube until I was like 15. For some reason their content is still relatively nostalgic to me, and least favorite doll AG has ever made. This is gonna be very controversial, but I do not like Tenny Grant. I'm sorry if you like her and you're gonna get very mad at me. The thing I don't particularly like about her is not her freckles. Her freckles and her face are like really cute. I don't like that she overshadowed Gabriella, who was like the first and now practically the only like African-American Girl of the Year doll. Favorite shoe brand / type of shoe? My personal favorite shoe brand is probably Adidas. So Stella and the Dolls ask, what is your favorite thing about being an AGTuber? A lot of things. I like that feeling when you work 10 plus hours on a stop motion and then you upload it and then you get like all these really nice comments from everybody. I especially like it when there's like comments that of people relating to my dolls. That just warms my heart so much. I've gone through like 2 phases with American Girl. The first one was started in like 2013, and I was just chilling on the couch one day and I saw an ad for Sage Copeland, who is Girl of the Year, and there's just so much I related to her. For some reason we got the catalogs and I stumbled upon the best historical ever, Molly McIntyre, and I was beyond happy because This doll was like the first doll I've ever seen to actually have glasses. When I was in 3rd grade, I had glasses, and my biggest frustration was like other doll brands. None of the characters like have glasses at all, and it just made me feel like a freak for having glasses. So when I saw Molly, I was just happy. Like, yes, despite having glasses, I can be beautiful. I really wanted Molly. I had a Girl Scout event, and Molly was retired by the time they wanted us to pick out like historical dolls to like get for free. Next question is, I was wondering if you put other clothing brands on your dolls like Our Generation. So I do actually put other clothing brands on my dolls. As I said before, I did have like a set of like Our Generation pajamas. I mainly just like put the top on, but that's about it. The bottoms don't fit my dolls. So Just Love AG asks, what camera do you use? So I use a Canon Rimble T7, and it's the camera I'm currently filming on right now. On what app do you use for stop motion? So before I began editing all my stop motions with just Pinnacle Studio, I used like Stop Motion Studio on my phone for a lot of my earlier stop motions. I got kind of frustrated with it. I'm not sure what happened with it, but for some reason when I would like use my headphone jack to take the pictures, it sometimes wouldn't work and sometimes it would. When did you start collecting dolls? I collected dolls in like 2012, though I didn't get into American Girl until 2014. I took a hiatus from American Girl, and then I got back into it again in around 2020 when I discovered Mixie Pixie 7. So the next set of questions come from the Doll Fam. What AG content do you like watching? I honestly prefer like stop motions and like short films, just because I am just very fascinated with like the characters and the stories that other people would develop with their dolls. Do you think AGTube is dying? On the one hand, yes, I kind of think so. Like, especially with YouTube's dumb cop policies where like even just like having a tag of dolls, your video gets like flag is made for kids. I think so, but at the same time, especially like this year, like this summer, I've noticed like a random resurgence of like old AGTubers you thought were like completely gone before just come back all of a sudden. There was like a period where Rockstar 13 Studios was back and posting stuff on her channel. Who is your least favorite AG doll? As for dolls in my collection, I actually don't entirely like using Austin for stop motions. Mainly because his limbs are like so loose, it's hard to like position him. Your advice for future generations of AGTubers. So I've seen a lot of people quit AGTube because of cop policies, or their channel isn't growing fast enough, or they're just getting made fun of for dolls. Don't quit if that is the only reason you're quitting AGTube. Again, like don't force yourself to still be a part of it if you're just not interested, but don't quit just because it's just too hard, if that makes sense. I don't know. So Trinitys Corner asks, how many dolls do you have? I have 13 dolls, 12 of which are American Girl, and then one's a Welly Wisher. Who is your favorite historical? It used to be Molly, but I don't know actually. I think I like Felicity. She's pretty cool, especially like the Felicities from like the 2005. Those are really nice looking Felicities and very pretty. Favorite girl of the year? Obviously, I love Kanani so much. I also kind of like Corinne. Your dream vacation? So I don't know. I have very low expectations. I don't want anything too elaborate, but I also kind of want to have like a dream vacation, like someplace like someplace like exotic, but I can't really think of where that would be. What is your favorite food? I like anything. I like mac and cheese. I like hamburgers. I like chocolate. I love chocolate. Olivia Rodrigo or Billie Eilish? I don't know. Both are pretty cool, but I think Olivia Rodrigo because she's Grace. Oh, so Sydney Eisenberg asks, what is your favorite AG outfit? It's one of the Pleasant Company outfits. My favorite probably would be the like vinyl jumper outfit. Dolly Dreams asks, if you could make any kind of doll film, what would you most likely do? I think I would prefer short films. The problem with series is like sometimes series just don't, when I see them on AGTube, I just don't get too engaged with them because it's just something you have to continuously keep up with, and in order to understand their most recent episode, you have to watch all the other ones. I also prefer like shorter films, more because my editor crashes if I do anything too long. So the very last question is from Alley Cat Loves AG. How do you get your video ideas? I get a lot of my ideas from like other AG tubers and mainly like people that inspire me, like Basil Mentos D7. I'll like sometimes take like an idea and just like modify it a bunch just so it fits like more my dolls and is stupider. How old are you if you're comfortable? So I am actually 17 years old. I know I don't look 17 and literally everybody at my band camp said I looked 14. I'm gonna be a senior this year, so that's fun, I guess. Or scary, I don't know. This is actually another question from YouTube. It's from Peaches AG. Hey girl, if you could create a girl of the year, what would she look like? I don't know. I kind of want like a girl of the year that looks diverse. Maybe a girl of the year with like a new face mold, like a face mold we haven't really seen before would be pretty cool, and maybe a doll with like a new face mold and then like the darkest skin tone would be like a really nice girl of the year. The next question is, do you order from Etsy often, and if so, what shops do you order from? So I do buy a lot of stuff from Etsy. It's concerning how much money I've spent there. One shop I would recommend, I think, is Pleasant Company 01. They make a lot of really nice clothes, and there's another Etsy shop. I'm trying to think of what the name is. I believe it's called like Circle C Sewing that makes some pretty nice things as well. There's actually a cardigan I got from them. It's really cute. Have you been to an AG store? I actually had been to the AG store in Mall of America, but unfortunately this was literally when I wasn't collecting dolls, so I didn't get anything there, and now it's closed. I'm so mad at myself for not buying anything there. Brightlight AG Studios asks, do you like pineapple on pizza? I think it's a pretty okay topping. It's not my favorite, but I also don't hate it either. Anime Lover 245 asks, do you have a favorite or least favorite doll? In my collection, I don't really have a favorite doll right now because I kind of like all of them the same. I did say my least favorite doll was Austin because his legs. So Allison and Camille ask, what is your favorite book, color, book genre as an animal? So my favorite book is Smile and the Babysitter's Club by Raina Telgemeier. And my favorite color is purple. Book genres include realistic fiction and sci-fi. And I don't have a favorite animal, though I really like cats. Like, I really like cats. So, I'm sorry if I butcher your name right, but Slaw Productions ask, do you have any regrets regarding your collection? I regret almost selling Caroline when I wasn't into American Girl dolls. I didn't realize how rare she was, and I nearly sold her. So, the last question is from Circus and Tea on Instagram. Did you ever feel like quitting, and what kept you going? So I think when I was starting out and my channel was like really small, I did have thoughts of like quitting because I would work really hard on all these like stop motions and videos, but nobody would watch them. I felt like my videos were so insignificant, like nobody really cared about them all that much. But what kept me going was just my general enjoyment of doing it. Like, if I'm having fun, then who cares who's watching it or who likes it? So anyway, that is all the questions. Thank you for submitting these questions for this very special Q&A. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. As always, eat your greens, kids.